What's up, chat? It's me, Megan Fox. How are ya? Welcome to the program, to my Medium Smart channel. You're going to get lots of Medium Smart commentary from me. I'm a journalist and just generally, and a mom. I do mom things. And it's nighttime. I have my hair up. I'm ready for bed. And it's also really very warm in my daughter's room. She had the space heater cranked up to, I don't know how hot, but too hot. And I was like, okay, I have to pull out the summer tops. So that's what's happening here. So here's what's going on. I also made her turn off the space heater. It's like 40 degrees in New York, which in the middle of winter feels really warm. I walked around all day today without a coat. So I don't know. It's weird. When it was 40 degrees in November, I was like, I'm freezing to death, and I was wearing big sweaters. But once you get into January, February, and you've been in the, 16, 15 degree weather, when 40 comes around, you're like, ugh. So I need my short sleeve shirt. It's weird how the body will adjust, isn't it? It's strange. All right. If you haven't been to a night stream before, we're chilling. We're minding our business. Did I just quote a rap song? I don't know which one it was. We need some chill music. All right, that's better. We are chilling. We're minding our business. And I was minding my business yesterday when I did a live stream about the craziness going on with Miss Laura Owens. And she did not mind her business. No. She decided to go to YouTube, the YouTube overlords. And what did she do? She reported this reporter for cyberbullying and harassment. Can we laugh at people? While chill? Yeah, we just have to do it a little quieter than usual because it's evening time. Maybe that's what's happening, Rainbow. Maybe I'm just having an all-day hot flash. I don't know. I don't know. But I am uncomfortable in this room. My daughter says, I run cold. I said, turn the heater off. This is ridiculous. We share a room. Her bedroom is back there. My office is over here. So I have to put up with whatever it is she's doing with her space heater. And it's not good on a 40-degree day. All right. So I was minding my business. All right, that's enough of the music. I was minding my business. And, reporting the news. And I was making news because I'm a journalist. That's what I do. So I had submitted a FOIA request. That stands for Freedom of Information Act request. And if you don't know what the Freedom of Information Act is, let me explain it to you. Welcome to those of you who are here from Reddit, by the way. You are always welcome here, whether or not you hate me. Hate watchers are completely welcome. I appreciate your reading in the comments section or your praise. I see one of you is here from Reddit who's happy to be here. So good for you. We may have some news on the Reddit front. There's some softening maybe happening there for me. It probably won't last after today, but I encourage you to stick it out. Is Vices in the chat? Vices, are you awake? I would have invited you, but I thought you'd be sleeping. Do you want in on this? Because there is some crazy stuff happening. New stuff you haven't heard. It'll be fun to laugh at. If you want an invite, I'll just send it to you on Twitter. You're probably in bed sleep modding for my channel at the moment. But if you want to come in here, you're welcome. I invited Tug too, but I don't know what he's doing. Because I didn't hear back from him. Because he wanted me to stream with him last week, but I was unavailable. So I invited him tonight. We'll see if he pops in. Wait, did I send him a link? I did. Okay, good. If Tug shows up, it's going to be a total giggle fest. I can't wait. All right. Jeff says he's working, listening. Oh, yeah. I always get the time wrong in Korea. I don't know what time zone you're on. Ooh, what happened to my camera? That was weird. All right. Here's the thing. We have lots of stuff to get to. Let's start with what happened yesterday. I woke up this morning to a message from YouTube that said my live stream from yesterday had been deleted, had been taken down for harassment and cyberbullying. Hey, quiet in the peanut gallery back there. I hear you.
I dropped the remote.
Stop dropping things and be quiet. The children.
I just carried your husband and son to a Fortnite win. You should tell your stream that. I think they should know.
Okay, Spawn and her boyfriend are playing Fortnite with Mr. Fox and my little one with Hangry downstairs. So they're playing on 2 different levels. You won? You won the whole thing?
Yeah.
Excellent. That's what he's been waiting for. Mr. Fox also shaved off his beard today. He had a full beard. And he came in and showed me. He's got a Fu Manchu now. Do you know about the Fu Manchu? Just like this. I freaking love it. I think it's hilarious. I sent a picture to his mother, and she was like, "Where's the horse parked?" So funny. But they're going to be distracting me this whole time. So I expect the children behind me to be quiet. They're not children. They're teenagers. All right.
I'm not a teenager.
Shush. Yes, you are. You're 18.
No, I'm not.
Oh my God. Stop it. You're not invited into the stream. Okay. If you thought I was bad, if you thought my ADD was bad normally, how much worse is it going to be that I've got 2 teenagers behind me? Yes. Yes. TCO limited. Yes. Mr. Fox was too hot. He had a full beard, and he said to me today, he goes, "You're going to get to," because I said to him, "The next time you shave off your beard, I want to see what the mustache would look like. So don't shave all the way." So he goes, "You're going to get to see the mustache today because I'm too hot for this." Same here. Same here. I'm like, man, it's too hot. It's 40 degrees in New York. And at 40 degrees in January, we're just like, oh, it's shorts weather. So yeah, he had to get rid of the beard. But I like the Fu Manchu. I'm liking it. All right. Unhung Hero, they could teach us a thing or two about this. There is nothing public school kids have not heard about fellatio, okay? So the jokes will be plentiful. They'll probably throw in a few of their own. In fact, they teach me a few things here and there with the slang and stuff. So they're public school kids. What are you going to do? They know it all from 7th grade on. All right. So what happened? This morning I wake up, my video's been removed. And that immediately pisses me off because I know damn well there was nothing in it that was cyberbullying. There was no harassment. I literally do journalism. So I was explaining to you what a FOIA is. I had sent a Freedom of Information Act request to the Broward County Sheriff, which you guys know I've been reporting about that. I read to you my press inquiry about what Laura Owens had done to Liz Neptune, who is a fellow YouTuber. You guys should go over there and subscribe to her channel. Liz Neptune has a smaller channel where she does entertainment content. She's being harassed by Laura Owens, which is totally wrong. It's so bad for just talking about this case. And same with Dave Neal. Dave Neal's being harassed for doing the same thing by Laura Owens. So I sent a FOIA, and that is when so every state has something called an Open Records Act. It's called Sunshine Laws in some states, Open Records Act in others, Freedom of Information Act laws in others, but it's all the same thing. And what it means is the public is entitled to certain records. So the government, no matter what government office it is, it could be a school, it could be a fire department, police department, library, anything that is funded by taxpayer dollars, you are entitled to pretty much anything they're doing. There are some exceptions to things like employee records. You can't get those a lot of times, like you can't get disciplinary records, stuff like that, but you can get emails. So if any of those, if a librarian has been emailing somebody about, you want to hear about whatever they're emailing about, you can submit a FOIA request for emails. This book that I wrote, Shut Up, the Bizarre War Against that one public library waged against the First Amendment, this one has tons of information in it about FOIA and how to use FOIA to get information from public bodies that they're keeping from you. In this particular book, I found internal records at the library where they were hiding incidents of sexual assault and battery from the public in the library. It was pretty bad. I found like 21 records. So that's how you do it. They are required to hand it over. So you basically, I send an email and I say, you know, this is a FOIA request by a member of the media for non-commercial purposes to be returned to me in the, you know, statutory amount of time that the law says you have to give it to me. And then they hand it over. And if they don't hand it over, you can sue them, which we had to do multiple times in that case. That library in Orland Park, Illinois. What is the deal with my camera? Why does it keep focusing and unfocusing? I don't know. It's weird. Anyway, they have to hand it over. So I did that with Broward County because we know that Broward County Lieutenant Lacey Cruz sent Liz Neptune an email that was written to Laura Owens, but it made it sound like it was a threat to her. And it affirmed all of these claims that Laura Owens had made. And you guys I've read that to you on the stream. Hey, Jules, welcome to the program. Let me make this smaller. Okay. So I sent a FOIA to get the original email chain because I was sure that Laura Owens had sent an email to the Broward County Sheriff, and I wanted to see what that said. Now, when you send an email to a public body, that email is now what we call FOIAble. And that means that any reporter, any member of the public can ask for, if they know that email exists, they can ask for it and they will get it. You cannot send an email to a public body and it be private. That includes your email address. It includes whatever you write in there. The only thing that they will redact is your address or any kind of personal information, financial information, social security information, that sort of thing. So I did that. And you know that was weeks ago. And Broward County dragged their feet and dragged their feet and dragged their feet. And then they finally sent over the response. And we got the emails and I read them on the stream yesterday. Now, I didn't have time to go through and redact Laura's email. This is what this is all about. Her freaking email address. Okay? And which is public. I said at the top of the program when I started reading it, I said, I'm not going to redact this. One, I don't have time. And two, it's public. It's public information. Laura Owens has a website. It's a public website. It's lauramichelleowens.com. You can go to it right now, click on contact, and it'll bring you directly to her email, which she has published on a public website. There is nothing private or secret about her email. It's a business email. She uses it for business. She gives it out to anybody who wants it. What she wants to do is be able to do that, but then tell certain people like me or other people that you can't use it. I can use it and I can hand it out to anybody I want, but you can't use it. That's ridiculous. Oh yeah, she has a website. Should we look at it? It's public. We can look at it. And this is the other thing. I'm so tired of people who are so scared of this woman. She is far too, what's the word? What's the word I'm looking for? She's far too average for me to be worried about it. Okay? Like I'm, in the words of the great, what is that movie? Ferris Bueller's Day Off. In the words of the great Ferris Bueller, if I'm going to go down, it is not going to be by a guy like that. This is how that goes through my head dealing with her. If I'm going down, it is not going to be because of a woman like this. No, sir. This is her website. It is public. I didn't have to put a password in to access this. This is www.lauramichelleowens.com. I think she was 6 months pregnant when she was jumping, by the way. Just kidding. I don't know. I don't know which pregnancy this was. Pregnancy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, the TED Talk. The TED Talk. I don't care. Homestead Dreams. She has no reason or grounds to strike this stream. None. Zero. This website is in public. We can look at it. I can stream it. This is her website. And look at this. So we go to contact. And it pops up immediately with, here, actually, let's just right click on it. Let's see. There. Look in the corner of the screen. Wait, when I take this off, if I hover my mouse on the contact, oh, it doesn't show up for you. But if you go there and you do it, you can see that it'll open up her email. You can copy her email address right there, and it brings it up. This is the definition of a public email address. This is like complaining that you went to the walmart.com and you clicked on contact us and you put that you published the contact us email address for your followers to email Walmart about some issue or whatever. And I didn't even tell you guys to email her. I actually said, don't email her. Don't. Because I was just reading through the FOIA that we got, her emails. And I said, don't email her. There's no reason to, because she'll just use it as, ammunition to say that she's being harassed. But it's the equivalent. Her having that stream taken down is the equivalent of you going to Walmart, clicking on their contact page and publishing it on Facebook for people, to write into Walmart to tell them what you think, and Walmart coming after you for publishing their email address that they published on their site. It's absurd. It's absurd. So yeah. Now, this is the person who claims that she's not a public figure, by the way. Not a public figure. Here's her podcast. When mother-daughter duo Jan Black and Laura Owens first conceptualized their two-generational talk show, nobody told them they'd snag the title of #1 self-help podcast. Yeah, well, that's probably because they didn't. That's some kind of shenanigans. Or they did for like a day or 24 hours or something. I don't know. But this podcast is certainly not #1. I listened to it. It's tough. It's a tough listen. And that's just my opinion. Maybe some of you would like it. It is Wine Mom Wednesday, by the way. Do you have a glass of wine? If you don't, you should. Somebody had told me the other day I should do a Wine Mom Wednesday stream, and I like that idea. Sounds fantastic. Sounds exactly what I need.
Can I come on that show?
No.
Damn.
You're not 21.
Not to drink.
Are you a wine mom?
No, but I
No.
am a wine mom.
Not invited. Nobody asked you.
Damn.
Okay. The TED Talk. So if you click on the TED Talk, oh, good Lord. We've actually never watched this. Maybe we should. She hates it when people do this. But see, this is the thing, Laura. You're a public figure. You put your persona in public. You call yourself a public speaker. You want to be hired in public to do public things. You did a TED Talk, a TEDx talk. Yeah. Ellie Fant says, LOL, Megan, she has wine mom dreams. She does. She does. And I'm sure she'll get there one day.
My goal in life.
Oh, Locals has a new bingo card up. Oh, fantastic. All right, hold on. Let me get over to the Locals, meganfox.locals.com. We do have a live chat going over there. We always have a members-only live chat. If you want to become a member, support the show. It's a great time. meganfox.locals.com. Use promo code MAYA for a free 1-month discount when you sign up monthly. Use promo code SQUATS when you want to sign up for a whole year. You'll get 2 months free. And tonight's bingo card, let's pull up tonight's bingo card, because I bet we already have, we can get some squares checked off. Let's see. Here we go. All right. Tonsil Twins bingo. All right. We have, it's twins. Cease and desist. Defamation. Don't talk about Megan's hair. Owens' lawyer gets wrecked. Megan making blowjob jokes. That's definitely going to happen. My own personal threat letter. Damn, I still can't check that one off. Megan snort laughs. Megan's unhinged cackle. Mouth babies. Serial harassment. Megan has tech problems. Oh, that's definitely going to happen. That should be the free square. Inappropriate parental involvement. Hoodwinked law enforcement. False pregnancy test. Poorly written legal documents. Deposition no show. Fake crying. Dave Neal appearance. I should send him the link. I'm doing it. But I heard him promise Tasha, though, earlier today. Actually, I'm not going to send it to him because I heard him promise Tasha on his Patreon. I joined Dave's Patreon today. I'm a member of Dave Neal's Patreon. I find him really entertaining and funny. So I decided, I should reward that and join his Patreon. And I heard him tell Tasha, his wife, today that he promised her he was finished working for the day after his last stream. So I am not going to invite him because his poor wife is pregnant and deserves his undivided attention when he promised her she would have it. Cluster B disorder. Bamboozled court judge. Mentions of previous victims, self-serving news articles, TED Talk. Oh, we get to X off the TED Talk. We're on there. Let's see. Uncomfortable text messages. Oh, this is a good one. I can check off unhinged. Okay, they're telling me I can check off unhinged cackle. Okay. That's not supposed to happen on the night stream. We're supposed to be very chill here on the night stream. We're supposed to be doing ASMR. Welcome to the night stream. I'm your host, Megan Fox. And we're chill. And we're quiet. But that ship has sailed. All right. It's not late enough for me to be, getting upset about being too loud yet. No one is trying to sleep. My camera's like trying to fall off my desk. Okay. Sounds like a baby making stream. Well, that is what we are talking about, isn't it? We're talking about babies, making twins through fellatio, which is impossible, kids. Don't be fooled. Don't be fooled, kids. You cannot make babies through fellatio. Unless there's a knife fight involved, which we learned through ABC. If the fellatio is followed quickly by a knife fight, it is a possibility that the pregnancy can occur. That has been confirmed. If you missed that stream, I'm sorry. I'm not going to read that again. Wait, I get to click off Megan making blowjob jokes. There it is. Was that a sneeze or a guffaw?
A guffaw.
Just what everybody's teenager wants. Sitting in a room with their boyfriend listening to mom telling blowjob jokes.
Yeah, but you're entertaining, so that's great.
All right, Megan, are you taking slow jam requests? Maybe some Barry White. I am taking slow jam requests, absolutely, but only for super chats. So if you want me to read something in sexy slow jam voice, you're going to have to send super chats for that. All right. Just wrong. Well, they're 18, so how wrong really is it? And there's nothing I could say that they haven't already heard. And I don't want to think about the other possibilities. Okay, let's continue. My own person. No, okay, I think I got through the bingo. All right. We will pull that back up when we need to, when we have more squares to check off.
Phrasing.
I have 2 super chats. Oh, I missed them. Okay, here we go. Zoe says, "Can you do a Sunshine Act FOIA request anonymously?" No, you can't. That's actually a really good question, Zoe. Fantastic. Yay you for thinking of that. You cannot. And in fact, I have news today that a FOIA request was entered into a case that I am following, and I'm going to FOIA that FOIA request. And you have to tell the government body who you are in order to be able to access public information. Now, they do sometimes ask for an address, not all the time. I usually try and just do it through email so they can just give it to me digitally. If they ask for an address, I use my company's address so I don't have to dox myself because I know that FOIAs are FOIAble. So any FOIA you send, so this is really interesting and good information, any FOIA request you send is also then itself FOIAble. So let's just say, hypothetically speaking, that the lawyers at J Hatch in Florida should submit a FOIA request for, I don't know, someone in the Kowalski family, their work history at a public body. I could then submit a FOIA request for that FOIA and find out what it is they want to know. That's actually a technique that journalists use all the time. Sometimes journalists will go in blindly to City Hall and just say, please send all FOIA requests this month. I want to see what people are looking for. I want to see what other reporters are digging for. So you do have to tell a public body who you are. That is part of the process. Unhung Hero, thanks for the super chat, says, did you see her cringe country song? I actually thought it was pretty good. The one about dogs, I mean, it was kind of a cringy lyrics, but I thought her voice sounded pretty good. I think that Laura Owens could do herself and the world a favor if she would put all of her energy into doing something productive like singing. She's good at it. She should continue doing that. She should put all of her energy into that instead of trying to trap men into a relationship with her. And perhaps if she put all of her energy into positive things, like, creating a singing career and doing music, maybe, if she were to put all of her energy into that, perhaps she would get something positive in return. Sarah Adams, thanks for the super chat, says, bump and grind R. Kelly. I don't know where that was relevant. I'm sure it was, but I missed it. I didn't see it coming in. Oh my goodness, you guys, the jokes in the chat are killing me. All right. All right. So where was I? The FOIA. Okay. So I got the FOIA back. I'm reading the FOIA online yesterday. I'm reading it on the stream. I don't read her email address, but it is visible on the screen. So if you wanted to, you could pause it, zoom in, get it. But you could also get it on lauramichelleowens.com, which is her website. So it's not a state secret. Okay. And I said, this is not a secret. This is public information. But she reported that it had to have been her. I mean, I don't have evidence that it was her. I'm going to say that I am 90% sure that it was her. Someone reported it for cyberbullying and harassment. Now, she still hasn't sent me my own very personal threat letter, but she did manage to get YouTube to take it down. I woke up to that. I went immediately to Twitter. Well, first I went to YouTube and I appealed it. And then I went to Twitter because you have to tag Team YouTube. If you don't tag Team YouTube, they never look at it. So that's another trick. If your YouTube channel ever gets hit, you got to go to Twitter because they respond. So I tagged Team YouTube. I told them, this is a false report. It should not be given any credence. This email was public. I have a right to read public documents. And if the police didn't redact it, it automatically becomes public information, even if the cops made a mistake. So if the police made a mistake, like for instance, Ethan Shapiro at JHatch, Johns Hopkins, Johns Drops Kids, All Prisoners Hospital, during the Kowalski trial, made a big mistake. That team made a big mistake, and they published, or maybe they did it on purpose, I don't really know. They published juror number one's name and address in a legal filing, and then they submitted it to the clerk, and the clerk put it on the public docket. Well, guess what? That just became by default public information. You don't get to go back after it's been released and be like, oh, we didn't mean for that to happen, and that's private. Not anymore. And that would be your fault, whoever is the person who made the mistake. Well, the Broward County Sheriff didn't make a mistake. They didn't make a mistake at all. They knew that email was public. There's no reason why they needed to redact it. They gave me a list of things they did redact. They redacted addresses, social security number, anything that would be financial information. They did their duty there. Once the public body releases a document or an email, anything in it is for public consumption, which means it is completely publishable. I could redact if I wanted to, but I don't have to. And I chose not to because I was in a hurry. And frankly, I don't think it's a big deal. My email is public. Liz's email is public. We don't care if our emails are out there. I don't care if you email me, because guess what happens if you email me and you're being nasty to me? I don't read it. I put it in the trash. And then I move on. and I go on with my life. I don't call the police or YouTube and like demand that you do something to the person, you track that person down. I'm not going to call the FBI and be like, I got a nasty. Wait, hold on. I need the right voice for this.
I got a nasty email and I need you to do something about it, FBI. I need you to go out there and find who's doing it. Track them down. They've committed an internet crime against me.
I wouldn't do that. That's ridiculous. Grift what? Ellie, what did I miss? What do you want me to grift by reading it on stream? What? If a FOIA is then public too. Wait. If what's in a FOIA is it public too? You guys need to use full sentences, dude. Dudes, use full sentences. I don't understand what you're asking me. I don't get what you're asking me. Oh yeah, it does look like it does. Okay, no, I am wearing a shirt. Okay, I was sitting weird and it did look like I wasn't for a minute. All right. I did read the emails. I read them this morning. That's the one that got taken down. Okay, this is not the point. The point is that I did the appeal. I tagged here. I'll show you the Twitter thread because this is what I did this morning. And I wasn't planning on being online today because I had a field trip to go to with Hangry, and I was trying to get out of the house. And this is the first thing that happened. And I was like, gosh darn it, like what is going on right now?
I can't deal with this. I'm going to nuke America.
That was me this morning. Like, I don't have time for this. Ain't nobody got time for that. I'm trying to get out the door. I'm trying to get all the way to Rochester for a field trip. And like, I don't have time to deal with YouTube taking down my videos and free speech issues at, 9 a.m. However, that's what happened. Okay, here's my Twitter thread this morning. It says, let me make this bigger. Nope, that's the wrong button. Why do I always hit the wrong button? Instead of hitting the control, I always hit the Windows button, and then it does something weird. All right. Team YouTube. YouTube removed my live stream yesterday, claiming it had private info on it and was cyberbullying. This is false. Laura Owens' email address is not private. It is published on her website, lauramichelleowens.com, a public site, and I was reading a FOIA document. A Freedom of Information, and I linked her site right here. See, her public site. A Freedom of Information request released by the Broward County Sheriff had her unredacted email, which is not private information. It is by definition public, both because she published it on her website and because it was released in a public document. My video should be restored. In the meantime, it's still on Rumble where it will stay. I would like to encourage all of you to go to rumble.com, make an account, find me on Rumble. And Lois, thank you for the Cash App, says sending $1 for getting ahead of the shame. Good for you. Thank you. Oh, somebody should have put on the bingo card. There should be super chat shaming. That's funny. Don't forget to hit that like button, by the way. Don't make me get out the shame bell.
Shame.
All right.
Shame.
Oh, look at this. We get to get another bingo checked off. Marlana Mars, thanks for the $20 super chat, says, love your hair, Megan. Well, we now get to go over to the bingo card and check off, don't talk about Megan's hair. In case you were wondering, since you brought up my hair, this is how you keep your curly hair protected overnight. You put it up in what they call a pineapple. See, with one of these little thingies so that it stays nice and, so it doesn't get crushed in the middle of the night. And then I will take these and I will put them in pin curls right here with pins. And then I sleep on it just like that. I wake up in the morning and it looks perfect. All right. Masa says I wasn't wondering. Well, too bad, because somebody mentioned it. These are the ABCs of me, baby. You just got to deal with it. All right, getting back over to the Twitter thread. Yeah, I do look like pebbles. It's true. It's true. That's true. All right. So I would like to encourage you to go to Rumble. Rumble is actually, I thought I popped out the Rumble chat. Where did it go? There it is. Hey, Rumble. I'm just now seeing you. Hello. Rumble.com. Find me at Megan Fox Investigates. The reason why I want you to go over there if you don't have a Rumble account is because if YouTube ever does the unspeakable, which they probably will at some point, and like deletes my channel for some stupid reason, I will always be on Rumble. Rumble will never delete anything. It's great. Rumble's terrific. So I also got this great new lipstick. It's a lip gloss that I absolutely love. It's by e.l.f. And it is called, in case you want to check it out, Hydrating Core Lip Shine. And the color I got is Lovely something. Lovely Ravissant. I can't even read that. What is that? Is that French? Anyway, you can get it on Amazon. I put it in my Amazon store in case you want to check it out. This is awesome. My lips are always so dry and I really love it. It's good color, doesn't taste like anything, smells like watermelon, and is really pretty. Anyway, I just got it. You should get one. And they're not paying me for that, although I do make a little bit of something on Amazon if you get it through the store. So make sure you go to the description, go to my link tree, hit the Amazon store, and buy it through there. All right, moving on. Here we go. All right. I am telling you, not 5 minutes after I posted this to Team YouTube, I get a notice that they have restored my stream. Oh, Sarah, it's worse than that. It's worse than my meds have worn off. I haven't had them in about 4 days because I'm out. I had to call the doctor today and beg for them because I was supposed to go get a blood test and I forgot. So I finally went today. But yeah, I'm out of them for like 4 days. All right, which is bad. Very bad. That's bad for you anyway. It's fine for me, but it's hard for people to deal with me. All right. So they restored it, which is awesome. Tilly, thanks for the super sticker. Appreciate that. So, and that happened in almost, now what YouTube did though, what Team YouTube did, which made me mad, they didn't even read, before they restored it, this is what they said to me. They said, channel's live streaming ability might be turned off. This is obviously a bot response because it has community guidelines strike. It is blocked globally. It gets a copyright takedown. It matches a copyrighted live broadcast. You've reached your daily limit. I said, you're not listening. None of that happened. Instead of replying with a bot, thanks Twitter for the spelling mistake, why don't you listen? Someone reported my video falsely. There is no private information in it. Her email address is published on her public website. It's also in a document from the police. They said, thanks for clarifying and sorry for the confusion. Looks like your appeal is still under review right now. It's best to wait until you hear back from our policy team via email. Within 2 minutes, they restored the video. So I actually don't believe that it was just the review team that did it. It was Team YouTube that sent a note to them and told them to expedite it. And I bet that they've heard from Owens a lot because she's always trying to strike Dave's videos and she's trying to strike Liz Neptune's videos. So yeah, so basically, Laura, you lose this round. You want to try again? You want to tangle? You want to go? What do you want to do here? You're not going to win this. You keep going to the press. You keep going to the police, which is a public body and foiable, and sending them emails and trying to manipulate them. And I am going to catch you. And I am going to publish it. And there isn't a damn thing you can do about it. And this is not about harassment. This is about the public right to transparency. This is about our system and how it works. This has nothing to do with harassing you. We would like you to stop this behavior. We would like you to stop going to the police falsely and making false reports. Now, let me say something that's really uncomfortable for me. Those of you, especially those of you here from Reddit, you know my background is in conservatism. I have voted Republican for most of my life. I don't subscribe to woke politics or racial division, race baiting bullshit. So it's very uncomfortable for me to admit that I have now watched Laura Owens weaponize her white tears against a black YouTuber, Liz Neptune, successfully, using police against a black woman, this white woman lying her ass off and weaponizing her white tears. And you know what? I don't like it one bit. I don't like it. Makes me very uncomfortable to see that that actually works. I would have said, well, not that it never happens, but I would have said in today's day and age, I don't think that that happens very often. And I don't like having to admit that I'm wrong. No, I don't like that at all. But I'm admitting it right now. I'm saying that she is doing that. And this is where I'm probably going to lose the Reddit crew, but you know what, guys? Maybe you could just listen for a minute and like hear what I'm saying. It is a tough pill to swallow for me, but I'm offering an olive branch to Reddit and saying, I see it. I see it in this instance, and I don't like it. What tears? Laura Owens went crying to the Broward County Police. She claimed that she was being criminally harassed by Liz Neptune, who is a black YouTuber with a small channel. Laura Owens is a wealthy white woman. She has a lot of money. She's buying properties. She's riding horses. This is not what the average person can do. And she's going after a black woman who is less advantaged than she is, using her white tears to cry wolf, and it worked for her. That Broward County sheriff sent Liz Neptune an intimidating, harassing, threatening email because Laura lied to them. So yeah, I don't like that one bit. All right. So I'm going to read to you from a chapter in my book, Believe Evidence, The Death of Due Process, from Salome to #MeToo. Gather around, children. Auntie Meg's about to read you something because this is very important. And the reason why I'm going to read this to you is because white women have a bad history in this country of lying about all kinds of terrible things to get people of color, black people especially, lynched. Now, I wrote this specifically because of the Me Too movement and how dangerous I saw it. Because if you look historically in the cover is, yes, that's Salome and with John the Baptist's head on a platter. If you know your Bible, you know that story. This is a problem, what she is doing. And so I'm just going to remind you, and this is from my perspective as someone on the right, how dangerous it is. I'm sorry, Sarah, if it's not a spoiler, but it's just a part of a chapter. I'm only going to read a little bit of this chapter. And if you don't want to hear this because you're reading the book, you can turn it off for about 5 minutes and then come back. Earmuffs, Sarah, earmuffs. This is in the second part of the book, part 2, Lying Wretches from the Modern Age. The Amazon links are all on my link tree, which is in the description of these videos, anywhere you're watching them. All right. Never let it be said that America doesn't know what a lynch mob is. The very idea that we have talking heads on CNN, ABC, and even Fox News denying vociferously that any mob action is occurring as we watch senators run out of restaurants and thugs take over Portland streets and beat up old people for trying to drive through their protests is unbelievable. It makes me wonder if these news outlets have ever reviewed their own records written before 1960, or if they are just incredibly bad liars. This country has a shameful history of injustice and mob action in the Jim Crow South. Lynch mobs were the favorite tool used against uppity blacks or any black person on whom racists wanted to pin a crime. One particular story of the Scottsboro Boys stands out in history as one of the greatest injustices in America. What went wrong in northern Alabama in 1931? 2 wretched white women cried rape and nearly lied 9 Negroes into the electric chair. This is a quote, by the way. I'm quoting from the book called The Scottsboro Nine. I didn't use the word Negro, they did. I wouldn't use that word. Sure, they couldn't have done it if the jurors had not believed them. But once those poor white Southerners heard two white women charge that black men had ravished them, they went out of their minds, lost what little self-control they had to begin with. Rape fantasies often had such irresistible verisimilitude that even the most experienced judges were misled in trials of innocent men accused of rape by hysterical women. Where the heck is my footnote? I have my footnotes, and then they're not at the bottom of the page. Do I have an editing problem? Where the heck did my footnote go? Huh. It's like it was cut off. Oh, they're in the back. My endnotes. They're endnotes, not footnotes. Okay, I forgot that I did that. Next time I want to do footnotes, then I can actually get to them right away. Alabama in the 30s was a terrifying place for Black Americans. Any black man accused of harming a white woman in any way would surely get death, whether through an unjust trial or through an illegal mob. It seems impossible that under those conditions, any black man would get near a white woman for any reason, unless they had a death wish. On top of the extreme racial segregation and prejudice, the Depression was in full swing and everyone was hungry and desperate, but no one more so than black men. The Scottsboro boys were 9 black boys, aged 13 to 19. Oh, this story is so heartbreaking. Like, I can't even imagine. Who were riding on top of a train to look for work. Any work they would be able to find would come to them last. Blacks were the last hired and the first fired at the time. Some of them knew one another and others didn't. They got into a tussle with some white train hoppers, who the black boys ended up throwing off the train. None of them had any clue what the repercussions would be, or I'm sure they would have put up with the white boys' harassment. As they pulled into the next station, they were greeted by an armed posse waiting to take them to the sheriff. Unbeknownst to the boys, there were 2 white girls, Victoria Price and Ruby Bates, who had been traveling with the white boys who accused the black boys of gang rape out of the meanness and spite. Word had already spread in the small town of Scottsboro, and a mob had already formed. The sheriff had to call in the National Guard to stop the mob from breaking down the jail door and murdering the boys. Anyone with experience in the American court system knows that the court action takes years if you're lucky, decades if you're not. But that's not how things worked in the 1930s Alabama. They were tried and sentenced in 3 days. 3 days. And now I'm quoting from the source book that I used. The boys were held without bail. Local lawyers refused to defend them. Local newspapers whipped up a mob spirit, and the judge scheduled the first trial for horse swapping day, ensuring that a tremendous crowd, 10,000 people, most of them armed with rifles and revolvers, poured into a town of 1,500. Sheriffs beat the boys in an effort to extract confessions, but they did not confess. On the night of the first day of the trials, however, Clarence Norris was taken out of his cell alone, threatened and badly beaten. He turned state's evidence the next day. Back to my writing. The girls who accused them were known prostitutes with sordid pasts. It is very likely that they saw their chance to be treated well by Alabama society, having spent their lives on the outside, living in the poorest of the poor black neighborhoods, outcasts to their own race. Before the allegations of rape, Prince and Bates were considered trash. One of them had been arrested for hugging a black man in public. These girls were raised with the black community. They played with black children, drank with black friends, had sex with black boys, and yet they turned on the boys on the train for some crumbs from the racist hierarchy of Alabama. Nothing they had done previously was admissible. The jury was not allowed to hear that they were prostitutes. Their tales of violent rape were not backed up by any medical evidence except for both of them having sperm inside them, not unusual for whores. Sorry, but that's true. Victoria Price was a camera hound. She loved the spotlight, and during the trial, she often brought down the house with her ribald sense of humor and jokes. While 9 teenage boys were fighting for their lives, she was playing a one-woman show on the stand. This story makes me so mad. I haven't read this in a long time, and I just get angry every time I hear it. The case gained national attention and interested the Communist Party. This might be the one time that the Communist Party did something good in America, whose legal defense came to the aid of the boys. However, as communists often do, they ended up alienating most of the people who could have helped get the boys a fair trial. Instead of using the system, the communists tried to wreck the system by threatening judges, staging violent protests, and generally causing uproar. They never learn. Had the communists, and this is a quote from the book, the source book, had the communists been honest, intelligent, and wise, Walter White of the, that's funny that his name is Walter White, Walter White of the NAACP suggested they might have made great gains, but he contended they were not. They turned Alabama officials against the defendants with their hostile telegrams and alienated the growing body of liberal white Southerners. They attacked the NAACP, breaking up its meetings and insanely charging that the members were in league with the lyncher bosses of the South and plotting to murder the Scottsboro martyrs. Can you imagine attacking the NAACP? So the commies set themselves up as enemies of the NAACP who also wanted to help the boys, but they were just creating problems. And then I go back to my writing here. Geez, that sure sounds familiar. It's almost certain that the Kavanaugh, and I wrote this book during the time that Brett Kavanaugh was being railroaded for the Supreme Court nomination. It's almost certain that the Kavanaugh mob activists turned off many people who would otherwise be on their side politically. But there's only so much incivility Americans can stand. We are law-loving people. We understand that the law is what stands between us and anarchy. Why is it that communists always think breaking windows and hurting people is the best way to get justice? A better way to get what you want is to get to the polls and vote for people who share your views. When you lose, you don't get to burn the place down. You pick yourself up and try again next time. And I will say, I had the same feeling about January 6th. I thought it was ridiculous. When you lose, you don't burn shit down, you don't break windows, you just try again. The NAACP at the time was making good inroads through the justice system. But the Scottsboro boys, on the advice of their parents, hired the communists. It was a big mistake. With the national attention, ACLU director Hollis Ransdell decided to travel to Alabama from New York to find out what she could about the case. Race relations in the North in comparison to the South were night and day. Most white people in the North had no concept of what life was like for Black people in the Deep South. I remember my dad telling me that he took a train from Chicago to Florida in 1954 and was shocked at how open the racial prejudice was. Chicago was no model of racial harmony by any means, but there was no forced segregation in the North. No one ever told him what it was like in the South, and at 14, on his family vacation, he was confused and uncomfortable as Black people stepped off the sidewalk to allow his family to pass by in small towns in Alabama and Georgia. He did not understand the signs telling Black people to go around back to use the bathroom or buy food. While racism was certainly an issue in Chicago, the blatant hatred and unequal treatment of Black Americans in the South was so shocking to a white boy from the North that he still remembers it to this day with disgust. Ransdell was similarly aghast at what she witnessed in Alabama. And this is a quote from her. This is so upsetting. In 3 days' time, 8 Negro boys, all under 21, 4 of them under 18, and 2 of them 16 or under, were hurried through trials which conformed only in outward appearance to the letter of the law. These 8 boys, little more than children, surrounded entirely by white hatred and blind venomous prejudice, were sentenced to be killed in the electric chair at the earliest possible moment permitted by law. It is no exaggeration, certainly, to call this a legal lynching. Ransdell's observations as an outsider were fascinating. Ransdell found Scottsboro a charming southern village of 2,000 situated in the midst of pleasant rolling hills. The people seemed mild-mannered, with kind, easy faces, friendly to one another and to her, until she began asking about the trials. Then the pleasant faces stiffened, Laughing mouths grew narrow and sinister. Soft eyes became cold and hard. Gentle and compassionate people were suddenly transformed by blind, unreasoned antipathy, so that their lips parted and their eyes glowed with lust for the blood of black children, who had done nothing to them, and may not have done anything to anyone. In those glowing eyes, all Negroes were brutes, brutes who could be kept in their place and away from white women, only by ruthless oppression. These observations ring true today in the faces of people who seem like normal, nice people until they find out they're talking to a Republican. This is for you, Reddit. Just try to tell someone suffering from Trump derangement syndrome that you voted for the bad orange man. I don't recommend it. The mobs of screaming women outside the courthouse during the Kavanaugh hearings are just such people. They have allowed their hatred of President Trump to blind them totally to all rationality. Instead, they want to destroy any person even remotely connected to Trump, even though that person has done nothing to them. Brett Kavanaugh has not harmed any of these howling beasts. He has not laid one finger on them, and yet they screamed for his blood on the shoddy evidence of one woman with immense amounts of privilege. Just like Price and Bates, no one cared what was in Dr. Ford's background. No one cared if she was lying or not. It was enough that she told them what they wanted to hear to get them the result that they wanted. It is not dissimilar at all from a 1930s racist Alabama sham court, only instead of race being the catalyst, it is the war between the sexes based on politics. If Kavanaugh had been a Democrat, the shouting Gorgons wouldn't have been there. Bill Clinton and Ted Waitress Sandwich Kennedy could confirm this. If you don't know about the waitress sandwich story, Ted Kennedy was once very credibly accused by waitresses at a popular DC restaurant of creating a waitress sandwich between him and his, I think, brother. Was that his brother? One of his brothers or another? No, it was another congressman. And if just imagine what a waitress sandwich is. I don't think I have to explain it to you. Do I?
Extra large and extra hard.
But Republicans are bad. Well, and they are bad. That's true. And Republican men especially are bad and worthy of any insult or punishment, whether deserved or not, that can be heaped on their heads. Much like the racist whites in the South, the feminist left feels completely justified in their hatred for Republican men. They've decided that they are less than human and as such deserve any indignity imaginable. And that's where I'll stop there on that. But I think that what Laura did by calling the Broward County Sheriff on Liz Neptune is the same kind of garbage that has been done over and over in our history, our shameful past, with going out, telling tall tales about Black people and getting them in trouble. And any woman, any white person, any who does this should be locked up. This is dangerous. How many times do we have to watch this happen? How many times do we have to see an innocent Black person railroaded by a system because a lying white person ruined their lives? And I'm not going to sit around and watch it happen. No way, Laura. I'm not going to watch you do that to Liz. She didn't do anything to you. You come at me. Don't come at her. You come at me, because I'll take you on. But don't you come at Liz. She didn't do shit to you. And I am not going to stand by and watch you try and ruin the life of a Black woman by calling police on her. You should go viral now for being one of these viral Karens. There was Pool Karen, and then there was Central Park Karen. Of course, Central Park Karen kind of got a bad rap, but there's been all these Karens, like who call the police and stuff on families barbecuing while Black. This is the same. Oh God, Haley. Wait, who said it? I just missed it. It said you don't get to use the word "cum" and Laura in the same sentence.
Phrasing.
Oh my Lord. I'm serious. I'm not going to watch you come at it. I did it again. Darn it. Now you're ruining my rant. Chat. But Laura, you're not going to get away with this. Good people are not going to stand by and watch you do this to Liz. We're just not. She didn't do anything to you. She's an innocent person. And if I need to use my privilege, if I have such a thing, but I guess I do, because I'm not the black person being targeted by Laura Owens. I don't have some white woman tears being weaponized against me. And I don't like the way that the police showed Laura Owens all this deference. I don't like the way that they immediately believed her and went after Liz. I don't like that at all. It's garbage. It's bullshit and needs to stop. All right. Yeah. Leave Liz alone. Yeah. I am Liz Neptune. Leave her alone. Yeah, Becca. Well, here's the thing. I think that we can all find things that we agree on, right? We can find things that we agree on. And I do agree. And I have been a proponent of prison reform for a long time. Because I studied the court system, and it's undeniable that Black defendants get longer sentences for the same crimes that white people are convicted of. And that's something that I think needs to change. And Donald Trump actually was the first president to do prison reform and actually release over 1,000 people. I think it was like over 1,500 Black and brown people from prison who had been put there on sentences that were too long for the crimes they were convicted of. That's something I can get behind. I don't like false incarceration. I don't like unfair sentencing. I think I think sentencing should be just. Sentencing should be the same for everyone, no matter what color you are, no matter what race you are. It should be the same. If you committed whatever the crime is, you should be getting that particular set of time. But I have a lot of views that are further left. My father would be horrified. He'd be like, "What are you talking about?" There are conservatives who completely deny that this happens. They deny that there's racial disparities. I don't. It's silly. I can see it. I study the court system. I study these things and false convictions and stuff, and you can't deny it when you see it. So it should be fixed. It should be reformed. And when you read stories like some of the ones that I have in here, especially the one about the Scottsboro 9, that story is a heartbreaking story. When you read that story and you look at how the justice system just believed these white women solely because they were white and destroyed. Oh, I forgot to read this part. Oh, there was more. I forgot about this part. You want to know what happened to those boys? So, get this. The Scottsboro boys never got justice. Haywood Patterson was sentenced to death 3 times at 3 different trials, even though Ruby Bates came clean and confessed that it was all a lie. The wicked Price refused to tell the truth and sent all 9 to prison. Patterson escaped prison in 1949 and was apprehended in Michigan, where a moral governor refused to extradite him back to the insane state of Alabama. He died serving a prison sentence for a bar fight not long after. Clarence Norris got a life sentence and was pardoned in 1976, the year I was born. Andrew Wright was sentenced to 99 years and was paroled in 1950. Charlie Weems was sentenced to 105 years and was paroled in 1943. Ozzie Powell got 20 years for assault and was paroled in 1946. The rest of the boys had the charges dropped in 1937 after spending 6 years in jail. All of these men had their lives stolen from them because of the forked tongues of lying women. I'm not going to let you steal anything from Liz Neptune with your forked tongue, Laura. You're not going to do it. We're not going to let you do it. Yeah, I hate it too. I hate all of it too. It's sickening. So, and I want Reddit to understand that the reason I wrote the book The reason I have such strong feelings about the Believe Women hashtag and the Me Too thing is because it can be weaponized. It can be dangerous. It can be very dangerous. It can ruin lives. And we have to be careful. And instead of believing women, we need to believe the evidence. Crazy Warlock says forked tongue BJ's kinky. Oh, Lord. All right. Oh, look, we have another bingo square that we can check off. Ellie wants to know, when am I doing my books as audiobooks? I don't know. Hoodwinked law enforcement. Oh my gosh, we would have bingo if Dave Neal would appear. But like I said, I'm not sending him an invitation because his wife needs his attention. She's pregnant, and I am not I am not interfering with that. I know I should do. Look, in order to do audiobooks through Amazon, it's like a whole process. I looked into it, and it's like a whole, like the format that you have to submit it for is difficult. I guess I could just record myself reading the book like in video format and just like sell it. Could I do that? I feel like I could do that. Maybe. Sell it as a digital download or something. I don't know. I'll think about it. All right. I haven't done that in a while. I haven't read from that book in a while, but I actually think that that's a really good chapter. That's one of my favorites. I learned a lot reading about the Scottsboro Nine. It broke my heart. I cried a lot writing that chapter. I just can't even believe the what's the word? The depth of darkness that some human beings can perpetrate on each other. It's horrific. And when you see someone doing it, we see you doing it, Laura. We must stand up and say something. We want you to stop this. And on that note, let's go to Reddit and read a wonderful, wonderful open letter that someone has written to Laura Owens. This letter she needs to hear. Oh my gosh, it's so good, you guys. It's so good. I have so much to say about it. Where is it? Okay, let me hold, please, while I find it. Where's my music? Here it is. No, that's not it. Where is it? Do I have this? How do I have this done? It should be by newest. Ah, that's why. Okay. Did somebody take it down? Oh my gosh, did it get deleted? I'm going to be so sad. Shit, I think somebody took it down. Oh, I'm so sad. It's not there. That's so sad. It was just there. It was an open letter, and it was so good. It was all about, like admitting that they had made mistakes before and like telling a story about this mistake they had made. And then other people were talking about mistakes they made and came clean about. God, it was so good. Did it get deleted? I'm looking for the open letter to Jane Doe that was on the Justice for Clayton Reddit page, and it disappeared. God, you know what, you guys on Reddit, stop deleting stuff. You delete stuff too much. All right, if one of you can go and check the Wayback Machine and see if you can find it was posted today on the r/Justice for Clayton. It was called an open letter to Jane Doe. I don't know why they would have taken it down. It was a lovely post, and I was just reading it right before we went live. Gosh darn it. Shoot. I really wanted to read that. I don't have a hair bow in, but I should put one. Maybe I should put one in here. Should we put a flower? That one's too big. Hold on, I have a smaller one. Here, how about this one? Here we go. It's perfect. Crazy. All right. Can I put the link in to the chat? You mean the Reddit link? Yeah. Here you go. See if you can. I know it's weeks old, but see if you can find it. Because it was so good. It was so good. All right. I have other things to read on Reddit. Yeah, but why would it be why would the page be deleted for that post? That post was awesome. That post was so good. It was so kind and it was very good. It was like it was so good. It was like basically just telling her why she needs to come clean and how it felt for other people to come clean when they did things, when they made up lies. I wish the OP hadn't deleted it. It's so frustrating. All right. All right, it's okay. We have other things to read on Reddit. Wait, hold on. Let me check the bingo card. I think we can successfully check off Megan has tech problems because I couldn't find the Reddit thread. That counts. Wait, I just snorted. I get another one. No, you guys pull up the Wayback Machine and you figure it out because I don't have time to do that while I'm doing a live. I know. I should have screenshotted. I was screenshotting everything else. All right. So here's the thing. Reddit is constantly deleting things. Every time my name gets mentioned, they will delete. Rumble, I don't know how to look at my browser history. I don't know how to do that. And IT Goatee Brad is on vacation. He's been on a wrestling cruise. That sounds so crazy. He's been on a wrestling. That's true, though. It's true. It's crazy, but true. He's been on a wrestling cruise for a week or whatever. I don't think he's back. All right. Every time my name gets mentioned on Reddit, it's always a fight. So this one Redditor says, and I'm only going to read the Reddit voice in the people who, well, it's on Medium. All right, somebody please get me the link and send it to me in the locals chat or something. Oh, there it is. Oh, you found it. Wait, hold on. Let me see. They found it. Locals found it. Oh my gosh. All right, let's read this first. Locals, you're the best. MeganFox.locals.com. All right. Well, he's traveling today. IT Goatee Brad is traveling today, so he has not been here. But when he comes back, we're going to do a wrestling cruise update. We're going to find out how that went and also talk about the Vince McMahon lawsuit that is absolutely out of control. It's crazy. All right. Dear Jane Doe, please read. Wait, is this the right one? No, this isn't the one. It was a new one. It was just posted today. This is not it. Not it. 1, 2, 3, not it. Dang it.
You know, I can't deal with this. I'm going to nuke America.
That's not it. Nope. All right. Yeah, it was the one that was posted today. And it was so good. Anyway, all right. Whenever my name is mentioned on Reddit, though, things get crazy. All of this got deleted, by the way. So the only time that the only way that I can get these is if I take screenshots as soon as they're posted. And just so you know, Reddit, I am always watching. I am literally checking Reddit like 18 times a day. So I will pretty much see anything you post about me, even before it's deleted. And I usually take screenshots of it because it's funny. But they don't post about me in like standalone posts, because as soon as they do, everyone goes crazy and they're like,
Oh my God, I hate that woman. She is so homophobic and transphobic. She's like a demonic pizza from hell. She has toppings from hell. She's demonic. She's a demonic pizza. Whatever that means, that's what she is. She's a demonic pizza. She's transphobic and misogynistic and homophobic and racist and sexist and all the ists that we can think of.
so they end up deleting it because it causes all this angst and stress. So this was in the comments section of one of the posts. And it said, Megan Fox is live with Fetal Attraction update. That was yesterday. Somebody goes, wow, worth the listen. I hope the FOIA request response makes it here. Yes, I can't believe all of those emails back and forth on Christmas. So here's a couple of people who are excited. You know, they're like, yeah, this is good news. I mean, here I am breaking news. I'm breaking news stories in this story. That's me. Like that's all me getting those new emails from Laura Owens. You wouldn't have those without me. You wouldn't have the the FOIA. There's no other reporters digging into this other than Dave Neal and Steve, Reality Steve, and they don't have my skills. And that's not a slight on them. They're entertainment reporters, so they don't do a whole lot of like investigative journalism. I mean, Dave has certainly been doing his fair share now, but you know, I think it's fair to say, and I'm pretty sure I heard Dave say it today, he's never done a FOIA before. I've been doing FOIAs for 20 years. I wrote a book about FOIA. FOIA is a tool that journalists use in order to break stories all the time, and that's how I break stories. And so you wouldn't have these new emails if it wasn't for me. And like some of these people are like, we don't want her doing this. She's the wrong kind of woman. So the next one says she's now going over the latest filings for Clayton's case. The FOIA response is outrageous. And this is so funny. I used to post Megan's live streams as a standalone post, but the response was toxic. And I ultimately deleted the last one. These poor people are being bullied into deleting posts that mention me and my content. They're being bullied by the people on Reddit. I'll do Reddit voice for the annoying ones, Flux. I don't want to use the insulting voice for the people who are being bullied. Hopefully people who are interested start watching, and those who don't like it don't bother watching. Oh my Lord. Look at how rational this person is. Yeah, if you don't want to watch it, don't watch it. If you don't like me, move on. Now here's one of the rears.
Some people don't agree with the way she is reporting the story and other things. The responses were different opinions than yours, not really toxic.
Can you imagine this person is saying that the toxic reeing that happens every time my name is mentioned isn't toxic? Because it absolutely is toxic. As soon as anybody posts anything on that Reddit page that has my content linked to it, people go absolutely insane. It's like that. Here, I'm going to show you exactly what it's like. This is what they do. Hold, please. I need to have this as a clip. All right, here we go. Share screen. Every time my name is mentioned on Reddit, this is what happens. Literally, this is what happens.
Donald J. Trump is now president of the United States. President Obama. Mr. Trump, for the moment, steps to listen for the
It's a great honor to be able to introduce for the first time ever anywhere the 45th President of the United States of America, Donald.
On the shoulder. You adjust the microphone as you talk, man.
And with a gracious aid.
I am so sorry to my world. I am so sorry to my world. This is not what we want.
We will face challenges.
There's so much potential
but we will get the job done.
for beauty and for
Every 4
devastation.
years we gather
In
on
this
these
one
steps
moment, it's
to
just almost
carry out the
incomprehensible
orderly
that they
peaceful
can exist
transfer
right
of
now.
power.
So
And we are grateful
so
to
close.
President Obama.
Are you all right over there?
Yeah.
Did you fall off your bed?
No, I went to get up and I like stomped on my wheel
Oh.
of my chair.
I thought you fell. I heard a big thump.
Yeah, that was my foot.
Are you leaving?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you're not going to make it back in time for curfew unless you hurry up. School night. Hurry up so I don't have to drown you. Drown you? Ground you.
I don't think I'm gonna come home.
I said that on a live mic. That was quite the Freudian slip.
I think I might keep her now. I think we have to go to the sheriff's
I
office.
said so I don't have to drown you.
I'm not coming home. I'm gonna pack a bag. I'll see you tomorrow.
I meant ground. I meant ground. You know I'm not going to drown
The
you.
sink is full of water.
You
I'm
know.
going right back to his house.
You know I'm not going to drown you.
I don't know.
Oh my God. Well, maybe just a little waterboarding. No? No. I don't know why I said drown. Yeah, all right. Extra 5 minutes for that. Drown. And then are we going to burn her? Drown, then burn. I think that's the way it goes. I can't believe I said that. That was like one of the funniest Freudian slips I've ever said in my life. Don't worry, I don't even ground her. There's no chance it'll go to drowning. I just threaten the grounding, but it never really materializes. All right. I think I have super chats here. Ooh, lots of them. Rogue Mama, nice to see you. Thanks for the super chat. Says, dear Laura, you messed with the wrong demonic pizza from hell. Unhung Hero, thanks for the super chat. Says she's gonna come.
Phrasing.
Wet ass P word.
Okay. K-Rab, thanks for the super chat. Says she's lying about #1 podcast in 2018. It debuted at number 52 and topped out at number 3. It also wasn't listed in Apple's best of 2018. I sent a tweet. Okay, thank you. I haven't been checking Twitter. Thanks for the super chat, Rosalind. And Rosalind, I'm about to play your video. Your video is so freaking funny. Just wait. Makes me so angry. And you're talking about the Scottsboro boys. I remember seeing this come in when I was talking about that story. I agree. It makes me angry and sad. And that's the catalyst for me to have written that book. To say, don't believe women. Some women are lying wretches. Some women cannot be believed. Some women will lie to you even though the truth is right in front of us and we can all see it, like in the Laura Owens case. So you cannot just put out this blanket statement, believe women. I think there's a big difference between saying me too and believe women. I think they're kind of different. Like me too on one level was like a good idea because if women have been victimized, like in Hollywood, for instance, where it was rampant and terrible, it's okay for them to say it happened to me too. Yeah, absolutely. And we want to hear you and believe those stories. But the second that you say, yeah, it happened to me too, and it was Bob Jones who was a producer on this movie, well, now you got to back that shit up. You have to back it up. As soon as you name someone, now you have to have evidence because we just don't live in a system that allows you to try somebody in the public arena without an evidentiary trial. Kathy Trout says, did I miss today's hair tutorial? Maybe. We did talk about pineappling, which is a technique for sleeping, but that just means what you're seeing here. That's why my hair is up like this. This is how I sleep at night. I sleep with not with this ridiculous flower in my head, but just with my hair up in a pineapple. And then I do pin curls right here on the sides. Because these, if I put these back, they have to go too far back and then they get stretched out. So I do pin curls like that. All right. Brianne Wilson, thanks for the super chat, says you need a glass of wine and watch Laura's TEDx talk. I've already watched it twice. People have found and noticed she has changed her story a few times. TEDx needs to remove it. I agree. Yes, what's strange about it, and I need to go over it in the legal documents, but there's so many freaking documents in this case. She has told that story in legal documents a couple of times. And they don't match. The story she told the court doesn't match the story she told on TEDx. One of these days, I'm going to go through that and make a, maybe a video about it or something, but we should definitely point out the inconsistencies. Only 295 likes with 545 of you in the chat. Are you freaking kidding me? Shame on you.
Shame.
Shame on you.
Shame.
Are your thumbs broken? Are you too lazy for your thumbs to walk over to the little button and just go boop, boop the button, boop? I'm sure you can do it. Chop, chop. Let's go. Hit the like button. Don't make me get crazy and shame you and start talking about my hair, because I will do it. I will never. There's never a time when I will run out of things to talk about with my hair. Rogue Mama says, "Oh God, please hit the like button." Wait, was that on the bingo card? Shaming? Was shaming on the bingo card? Let's check. Let's check. We might be able to check one off. Did we have like shaming? Mouth babies, own personal threat letter, false pregnancy test, inappropriate parental involvement. I think I get to check that off for saying I was going to drown my kid. That was inappropriate parenting. I'm doing it. I'm checking it off. False pregnancy test. We have no shaming here. No shaming. That's unfortunate. Next time we need a shaming free space, because that's always going to happen. All right. And shout out to the replay crew, by the way, because I know you're going to be here soon. And when you are here, I want you to know that you're not forgotten about. I think about you all the time, and I'm grateful for you. The replay crew always comes in and hits the like button. So I'm thrilled to have you here. So thanks for being here on the replay. All right. Was drowning on anyone's bingo card? I don't think so. It sure wasn't on mine. I meant to say ground, and I said drown. Like, what's going on with my brain? Well, it could be the wine. I could have just gotten like a vocab mix up in the brain. All right. What did I need to get to next? Oh, I had it in my head. Hold on. Hold, please, while I rethink my thoughts. Hold. I need to reset my thoughts. Where was I going? Oh, Reddit. Right. Okay, got it. All right, so let's go over here. We were in the middle of reading the Reddit posts. So this one had just
said, some people don't agree with the way she is reporting the story and other things. The responses were different opinions than yours, not really toxic.
They were so toxic that the mods had to delete the post that had my name in it. That's how toxic it really was. That everyone started fighting and people were screaming at one another. And, you know, it's insane. You guys need to grow up over there. Some of you, not all of you. Some of you are great. T4 Trouble says, I know there are many that still do who want to shoot the messenger and ignore the message. No examples are given, just vitriol and nastiness after why aren't women covering this seems to only mean a certain kind. Boom, there it is. Thank you, T4 Trouble, for being so dang rational. Because this is so true. They've been begging for a woman to cover this case, and here I am covering the case. And oh, not her.
Not her. Not her. Definitely not her. She's the worst kind of woman. We don't need that kind of woman. She's pro-life. How dare she? She's homophobic because she doesn't like little children reading gay porn in schools. So she must be homophobic. She's transphobic because she doesn't want guys with penises in her bathroom. So that's transphobic. That's transphobia in Clown World, where we live in Reddit.
So just another day in Megan's world, causing fights and verbal violence by the mention of her name. I know, it's so weird. I have become Voldemort over on Reddit. I am Voldemort. I am she who cannot be named. And whenever people name me, everyone goes, "Don't talk about her. Don't say her name. Don't. Delete that. Delete that." So it's really funny because if you look at the Justice for Clayton page, you would think that I wasn't covering this case at all because they won't let any posts that are standalone posts with my content, they won't let them stay. Or if they do let them stay, if they in the past they were letting them stay, but they would turn the comments off. Can you imagine? It's so crazy. Flux, can you believe they call me homophobic? Look, I love my gays. My gays are better than their gays any day. I will put my gays up in the ring with their gays any stinking day. Unhung Hero with the super chat coming in hot. Vodovoz. I love it. I think that we should have like a WWE wrestling sort of match with my gays versus their gays. Have I heard of the Tom McDonald song with Ben Shapiro? I have talked of nothing else. I have done a reaction video. You need to look at my YouTube page and make sure that you've liked this stream and subscribed. Do all of the YouTube things that you're supposed to do for the algorithm and all that shit. And make sure that you hit the Rumble thumbs up as well. Dollar super chat over on Locals. I'm trying to look at it. Where is it? Why isn't it coming up for me? That's weird. Well, there was one, but I can't see it. Hold on, let me reload the chat. I see that there's a dollar chat, but I don't know what it says. Locals is being weird. Oh, there's a meme there, though. Hold, please, while I compose myself. I can't wait to show that to Spawn. Oh my god, I gotta text that to her right now. Hold, please, while I do that, because that's so funny. Don't make me drown you. Oh god. Oh, I love Locals. Locals is so much fun. If you are not a member over there, you really need to be. meganfox.locals.com, where the memes are spicy. The meme farmers work hard all day. It's pure middle America over there with the hardworking middle class meme farmers. They're digging in the dirt all day long and bringing you only the freshest memes from the heartland of America. You don't want to miss it. And if you want to join us over there for all the hot, spicy memes, use promo code Maya for a discount. Or promo code SQUATS when you sign up for a full year. It's only $5 a month, you guys. $5 a month is literally less than a cup of Starbucks coffee a month. I paid $7 freaking for a latte the other day. I hadn't been to Starbucks in a long time. And thank God, because the prices are so outrageous. Like $7 I paid. What did I order? It was one of those oatmeal milk shaken something espressos. It was a venti oatmeal, iced oatmeal something, oatmeal milk shaken. I don't even know. It was $7 freaking dollars. $7. It's outrageous. All right, I still can't see the dollar chat in Locals. Where did it go? I just want to say that I saw that you sent it. Oh, there it is. Johnny Reb. What is this? The Hangry Fox. Oh, that's cute. Thank you. Hangry. We call my little one Hangry. He made a little a meme about Hangry. That's cute. Satan Slayer slapped with hate crime. What? What? On Jesse, what was that a typo? Okay. Anyway, let me move on. Sorry, I'm way behind on Locals chat. I can't keep up with 3 chats at once, especially because I don't have my medicine. So keeping up on one chat is hard enough. All right, there's more Reddit to get to, so let's get over to it. All right. I like this one. I may not agree with everything MF believes. I'm now MF though, because if they say my name, it's like the vampires appear. I may not agree with everything MF believes, but I love her no nonsense approach and not being afraid of anyone. I don't think it would be best for Jane to mess with her. Is Reddit starting to get me? Are they starting to get me? Because I feel like this is like an admission that they're kind of starting to get it, or at least some of them are. And it's like, why would you need to agree with someone 100% before you listened to something they were saying that was interesting to you because you're following that topic? Do I have to agree with everything that everyone says or does? No, that is simply just not in my it's not in my wheelhouse. And then Maven of Nothing made me laugh so hard. She says, Megan has no shits to give, and a book would definitely be written. Maven of Nothing knows me. This one gets me. Gets me totally. Ambitious Sugar says absolutely she will. She will have no problems monetizing the hell out of it and taking it all the way to the bank. That's right. That's exactly what I will do. You know, I'm here for it. Dave Neal should be happy to make money off this story. I applaud it. I really wish he would. Him making money on this is no different than anyone else making money on the news. Spawn just responded to that meme. She said, please don't drown me. No chance I would drown her. She's lovely. I'm not even going to ground her. Like, that was just a joke. But now this is going to be a family joke. It's going to go down in the family lore forever. There was that one time where I was debating between grounding or drowning. Thanks for the super chat. McCrae says it may mean some of your viewers are trolling. Well, that's possible. And guess what? All of those things were removed. All of them were deleted. They're not allowed. I am persona non grata over there. You are not allowed to discuss me or my show on Reddit. And I'm sorry for that, Reddit, because I think this is a wonderful show. It's entertaining. You're going to get news here that you don't get anywhere else. And you should be able to talk about it. You should be asking why you can't talk about this show over on Reddit. It's silliness. Unhung Hero, thanks for the super chat, says WWE LGBT SmackDown with Vince McDookie too. Oh my God, we're going to get into that story. Whenever Brad gets back and we have time to get it on the calendar. SF, thanks for the super chat, says pineappling. Sounds like some 50s Shades shit. I don't know, but all I know is it means this type of ponytail. Okay. I mean, where else can you get a drowning? You know? Where else are you going to go for such great parenting advice? Kidding. That was a joke. Don't drown your kids, folks. Don't drown your kids. All right. There was more. Hold, please, while let's do, instead of the elevator music, let's do some chill stream music. I can't remember what else I was going to talk about. Oh, it was something on Reddit. Hold on. But they keep deleting stuff, so they're deleting all the good stuff. Man, that open letter was so good. I'm so bummed. All right. Here's what I wanted to tell you. I got to open up Dave. Dave made a new video, and he released an email that he has never released before. And the reason he did was because the email that I found from the Broward County Sheriff that Laura sent to the Broward County Sheriff reminded him greatly of the email she sent to the FBI about him. So she has a pattern. We call it a pattern in practice. The legal term is a pattern and practice. And if you can show that someone has a pattern and practice of harassment, you have a greater chance of, either getting a civil judgment against them or criminal charges against them. And so it's interesting to put all of these things together to show that Laura Owens has a pattern and practice of doing these harassing things and weaponizing the police against her critics. That's what she's been doing. So at the end of this, so he goes through my FOIA, which we went through yesterday. If you want to see the full FOIA, go to yesterday's stream that is back up on YouTube, because YouTube figured it out that they could not censor it. But Dave reads through an email that was sent to the FBI, and I wanted us to listen to that.
People have. So the question is, who really could sue who for defamation here? Here was an email that was sent, I believe, to my lawyer from Jane Doe as a way to, I guess, bully me into say, hey, government agencies are looking into your client. A formal complaint filed with the Internet Crime Complaint Center has led to investigations by the FBI. Now that's key. Investigations by the FBI into potential federal crimes. Potential. So she's real good with her words here, including violations of these different codes. They sent local authorities to my home yesterday to obtain more information and were deeply disturbed by Mr. Neal's clear obsession with me. I've also contacted the Los Angeles Police Department, who is diligently investigating potential violations of penal codes. I have a call today with a detective to discuss this further. Now, she was adamant in sharing with my lawyer not to share these types of emails. Why? Probably because then the public can see and the public has a right to know this, the sort of word choices she uses. There's clearly an investigation. There's potential federal crimes, all of this nonsense. Well, this was 2 months ago. No one's knocked on my door, but the threats are still there. In the off chance that some other journalist is threatened by her or things in a similar way, it's important that this be shared, this blueprint. She says, in addition, despite your messages that the ongoing sharing of private communication on Mr. Neal's monetized YouTube channel without my explicit consent is not illegal. It is a flagrant violation of federal law. This statute explicitly, so she's now law-splaining to a lawyer. She's explaining the law to a lawyer now. And this is why I thank you guys for donating to my GoFundMe, because I couldn't compete with all of these penal codes. She would drain my resources so much that I wouldn't be able to make content because I'd be so privately dealing with her. And that's why your donations that have helped with the legal issues, joining the Patreon and all of that, that helps have someone in my corner backing me. She says, Mr. Neal's dissemination of hearsay and unproven statements not verified in a court of law raises grave concerns regarding potential defamation and invasion of privacy. These actions have damaged my reputation and intruded upon my private affairs, which constitute legal violations beyond ECPA regulations. Do you think she gets off every single time she has it says these terms? Oh, penal codes, ECPA regulations. Oh, hit me in the good spot there. I have also sought support from reproductive rights groups regarding Mr. Neal's distasteful comments and even prepared a reel of his most egregious statements for them. Of course, this reel she shared publicly and then deleted when she realized, she wasn't winning people over by crying without real tears. They found his commentary, especially that he wouldn't be interested in me if I hadn't had prior abortions, deeply disturbing. They have shown a willingness to assist me in halting this unwarranted victimization. Neither you nor your client have shown any regard for my rights or respect for my autonomy. So now we have Jane Doe demanding respect for her autonomy. Where was that respect for victim 3, 2, 1, or victim 0? And others that have come forward. Instead, I felt belittled and disregarded, treated as if I lacked the knowledge or agency to defend myself. I would have presumed, and this is where, look, I practice the 4 agreements, so it's not too often I take personal offense to things, but here's where we toe the line. I would have presumed that Mr. Neal, with his impending fatherhood, would prioritize time with his pregnant wife over potentially being a criminal defendant in a federal case, which only underscores his unhealthy fixation on me. Handing this matter over to the authorities is now my best recourse. I trust in law enforcement's ability to command more respect and address this matter effectively. Any further actions taken are solely due to Mr. Neal's decision to persist in disregarding my plea for privacy. Well, she said she trusts law enforcement's ability to command more respect. Let's see what law enforcement has to say about this. And by the way, Jane Doe, if you're listening, get my wife's fucking name out of your fucking mouth. That has nothing to do with your case. That involves blatant misuse of court.
Holy crap. Dave's not having it anymore. I'm great. I'm very happy that Dave feels empowered to tell her where to go. And yeah.
Court systems, legal systems, police systems, the Reddit, blatant misuse of other people's medical records, sonograms you claim to be yours. Get that shit out of your mouth.
Yeah, I love that. That was worth a second listen. It just was.
Mr. Neal's decision to persist in disregarding my plea for privacy. Well, I trust in law enforcement's ability to command more respect and address this matter effectively. Any further actions taken are solely due to Mr. Neal's decision to persist in disregarding my plea for privacy. Well, she said she trusts law enforcement's ability to command more respect. Let's see what law enforcement has to say about this. And by the way, Jane Doe, if you're listening, get my wife's fucking name out of your fucking mouth.
Yeah, tell her it's time to stand up to this woman. This woman is out of control. She cannot do these things to people. You want to talk about harassment? And if any YouTube, team YouTube member is watching this because it's going to be reported as cyberbullying and harassment, let me just be very clear. We are reporting on a serial harasser. Ooh, bingo. I might have bingo. I said serial harasser. Let's get that one. Let's get that one. Serial harasser. We are talking about a serial harasser here who has harassed many people over many years. This is the harassment. The harassment she's complaining about? No, bitch, you are not harassed. You are harassing others. You are harassing YouTubers, journalists. I mean, I don't feel harassed by you. I don't give you that power over me. You can't harass me. I find it hilarious. I find it entertaining. You come up against me in my channel. To me, that's not. It's dishonest. But I don't feel harassed because I am a stronger person than that. I don't feel harassed by some whiny woman crying about her other people's free speech rights. My free speech does not get canceled because you get offended by it. No. Like you don't get to do that. You don't get to go around harassing Dave Neal and his wife and Liz Neptune. You don't get to do that. So for anybody listening and monitoring this for YouTube, for Team YouTube, I'm trying to help stop this serial harasser from harassing the men in her life, like Clayton Eckert, who she has falsely accused of impregnating her with mouth babies. Ooh, do we have bingo yet? I said mouth babies. Hold on. You do not, shoot. You do not get to harass the men in your life with false pregnancy tests. Oh, bingo. We did it, folks. We did it. And that reminds me of a hilarious video that you have not seen yet. By the way, make sure you get I signed up on Dave Neal's Patreon today, and I know it's cheating, but I wanted bingo really bad. I'm sorry, but I'm the one running the show here. So I get to do it. I got bingo. We're going to have more too. I might get bingo twice in this next video, because this next video that we're going to watch, has almost all the things on it. This was made by one of my local subscribers, and it is so freaking funny. She posted this today, and I about died. Hold on. Here it is. Lala's Ultimate Catch a Man Kit. Can we just say the effort that went into this? Oh my God, you guys. You are going to love this. Hang on to your hats because this is hysterical. This is the kind of stuff you're going to find on my locals channel. Creative Rosalind did this. Rosalind did this. Rosalind, you're a queen.
This is Lala's Ultimate Catch a Man Kit. Did you find your soulmate, but he's not cooperating? This kit is for you. We did all the Delulu so you don't have to. The Catch a Man Kit includes color-coded gummies so you don't roofie yourself. 1 reusable Plan B package. 3.
Wait, was that on the bingo card? Plan B? Was Plan B there? Oh, I get to... Oh, guess what? I did get bingo twice. Dave Neal appearance. Nobody said it had to be an in-person appearance. We had a virtual Dave Neal appearance. I got bingo twice. All right, Plan B is not on the list, so let's go back over to the Lala's Ultimate Catch a Man Kit and continue.
3. Always Positive Pea Sticks. Trademark pending. Over 4,000 scripted texts. Reusable sonograms or CT scans.
Wait, we have another bingo. We have another bingo, or not a bingo, but we can check off uncomfortable text messages. Yep. Okay. Reusable sonograms or CT scans. Was that on there? Nope. Okay, keep going. Wait. All right. Fake legal documents. I think that's on the bingo card. Hold on. Let's see. Legal. I know there's legal stuff. Poorly written legal documents. There it is. Sympathetic backstory. That wasn't on there. Stupid life coach business template for convincing backstory. Fake TED Talks. Are there TED Talks on here? Darn it. No TED Talks. Dang. All right.
Detailed timeline with when and how to escalate the convincing of your soulmate. Take advantage of our founders' over 10 years of documented research. Don't delay. Your happily ever after starts here. Any resemblance to actual persons is...
You can't hear it? What? It's shared. I shared it. All right, hold on. I'll back it up. I shared it. I don't know why you're not hearing it. All right, we'll back up. I won't interrupt it this time. Oh, shit. I did it again. I did it again. All right, I'll back it up and I won't interrupt.
Is Lala's Ultimate Catch a Man Kit. Did you find your soulmate, but he's not cooperating? This kit is for you. We did all the Delulu so you don't have to. The Catch a Man Kit includes color-coded gummies so you don't roofie yourself. 1 reusable Plan B package. 3. Always Positive Pea Sticks. Trademark pending. Over 4,000 scripted texts. Reusable sonograms or CT scans and a one-size-fits-most baby bump. But wait, there's more. Check out the extra Delulu.
I love that. But wait, there's more. That's how she writes her emails. That's how she writes her emails. But wait, there's more. If you respond by tonight, I'll have an abortion. It reminds me of wait. Oh my God, I can't believe I didn't think about this. I can't believe I didn't think about this. Ted's Abortion Barn. Do you guys remember Ted's Abortion Barn? Steven Crowder. This is one of the funniest. This is one of the funniest commercials he ever did. This is how Laura does her. This is how she tries to get a man. Oh my God.
Hey folks, come on down to Crazy Pete's Abortion Barn, where we offer abortions at lowest prices, guaranteed. People often ask me, Pete, why do they call you Crazy Pete? Well, that's because I offer abortions at prices so low, people think I'm crazy. I'm so so sure of it that if you find an abortion at a cheaper price in the greater Dallas-Fort Worth area, heck, I'm just going to give it to you. Yeehaw! Sanctity of life, all I care about is quality abortions at affordable prices. First trimester, second trimester, partial birth. Thanks to Obama, we're getting them all. And we're passing the savings on to you.
This is literally her sales technique. That's old school Steven Crowder, by the way.
Package. This package includes alternate online profiles, fake legal documents, sympathetic backstory, stupid life coach business template for convincing backstory, fake TED Talk topics, detailed timeline with when and how to escalate the convincing of your soulmate. Take advantage of our founders' over 10 years of documented research. Don't delay. Your happily ever after starts here. Any resemblance to actual persons is purely intentional and 100% satire. But wait, there's more. Order Lala's Ultimate Catch-A-Man Kit now and receive a travel-sized turkey baster. Visit lala'shappilyeveravafter.biz. Shipping.
A travel-sized turkey baster. Look at the guy in the net on the fish hook. This is so freaking great. Rosalind, it's so freaking great.
And handling not included. Additional fees may apply. Go ahead, girl, catch your man. This has been a
Go fuck yourself.
Good morning production.
I have to hear that last part again.
Shipping and handling.
I have to hear the turkey baster part again. But
Order
wait.
Lala's Ultimate
But wait, there's more.
Catch-A-Man Kit now and receive a travel-sized turkey baster. Visit lala'shappilyeverafter.biz. Shipping and handling not included. Additional fees may apply. Go ahead, girl, catch your man. This has been a
Go fuck yourself.
good morning production.
Oh my God, my locals is so good. They are so great. They are so good. Welsh Lady says, brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. Dead. Oh my God, I just choked. This is fantastic. Rosalind, keep going. Keep making this stuff. This is the way you make this stop. Ridicule is your greatest weapon against this kind of corruption and nastiness. That video is so good. I'm going to drop the link to that. Please go post this on social media for anyone who is following this story. In fact, I'm going to give it to Jeff. Oh my God, Jeff's going to die. I'm going to give it to Jeff right now. And Tug. I'm giving it to Tug too. Tug's going to laugh his ass off. I haven't heard from Tug, have I? Let me check my texts. He must be unavailable. He must be. Oh yeah. He's not in. He just texted me back. I got to send him the link to this because he's going to LOL. I mean, he'll probably play it on his show, Rosalind. I bet he will. I'm going to tell him to because it's so funny. It's so funny. She totally nailed it. It's so good. Same nurse in local says, I had wifely duties to attend to. What did I miss? And McCrae replied, Megan accidentally threatening to drown Spawn. That really happened. It really happened. Dang. All right. Well, I don't think this stream could get any better if we tried. I think we should probably call it a night. Let me just check Reddit real quick to make sure that I haven't missed anything. I am so sorry. Oh, so the one thread that got deleted that I wanted to read, I remember a lot of what it said, and I'll just put it out there. It's basically the original poster was saying to Laura, look, we've all made mistakes. We've all done really embarrassing things. And she told this story about a time when she went on spring break with a rich friend and didn't know how rich she was and was having such a wonderful time in this big mansion, and they were getting drunk every night and going out to clubs and just behaving badly, as kids do. And she met a guy at a club that she just thought was so hot, and of course they went back to the big mansion and did things she's kind of ashamed about now. But in the morning, she was convinced that this guy, and she didn't get his number. She was convinced that this guy was her happily ever after, because that's what happens when you're immature. You think whatever guy of the moment is the guy, you know, and I could relate to what she was saying. I mean, I had those moments in my 20s as well where you think, oh yeah, this guy, he's it, he's everything. And she was so sure of it. She was trying to convince her friend, let's go back to that same club because we didn't exchange numbers, or maybe he asked for my number. I don't remember if I gave it to him. Let's go back to the club and look for him. I have to find him. You know, I think she said he looked like Paul Walker. Her own, she called him my own personal Paul Walker. It was really well written. And the friend was like, what are you, crazy? We're not going back to that. We're not going looking for him. And the friend had other plans. And so she found herself alone that night, hanging out in the mansion. And her brain made her do something crazy. So she decided in her, you know, she was like kind of going psycho for this guy. She had a brilliant idea to call the non-emergency number because she had memorized his license plate just in case he, you know, kidnapped her because she met him in a club. And she called the non-emergency police number and she said, I lost my purse and all my identification, when she hadn't. She had her purse. And I'm afraid that I left it in the car of the nice young man who brought me home last night. And I don't have his number, but I have his license plate. And she said, I didn't know what I was thinking they would do. I guess I thought I was going to ask them for his number. But of course, they told me they couldn't give me his number because, you know, you can't just give strangers somebody's number. And they contacted this guy, the cops, to ask him if he had her purse. And of course he didn't, because she had it. And it wasn't like he wanted to reach out to her, because he didn't. And, you know, she said she just felt really embarrassed that she had done that. But here she is admitting, like, here's this embarrassing thing that I did. And I lied. And actually, to that poster who posted that wasn't that embarrassing. It was actually kind of creative. And if it had worked out, it would have been a really good story. Like, I was so into this guy that I called the cops. It wasn't like she reported him for doing something illegal. That would have been really bad. Like if she had gotten him arrested or something. She just literally said, I think I left my purse in his car. So it wasn't like he would be implicated in anything. So that wasn't even that bad. But she said that she regretted it all the time, and that she let her irrational side take over. And you know, you just sometimes go crazy and you do these crazy things, and you really just need to admit that you did it and come clean and try to learn from it and move on, you know. And then she was just encouraging Laura to take the L. And it's not that bad, says Ruby. She didn't go and do a TEDx talk. Okay, Cynthia, so is it in my history? Well, it should be, but I don't know how to check my history. I'm on, let's see. All right, let me look. History. Oh, it might be here. It is here. Oh my God. You did it. Cynthia, you did it. Oh my God. I think. Wait. No, that's the wrong one. Boy, I keep getting excited. Hold on. It's got to be before that. How? Hold on. Let's see. What's this? Nope. Shoot, that was the wrong one. All right, hold please. We'll put the how about some jazz music? You want some jazz? All right, while I look through my history. No, it's not there. Which it should be. It really should be, because I was reading it right here, sitting here on this browser. All right, let me check this one. Nope, that's not it. You can't dance to this? Okay. How about this one? No, that one's not dancey either. All right, you can dance to this one. All right, hold on. I'm still looking. Oh, this could be it. No. I don't understand why it just disappeared, you guys. It just disappeared. So anyway, I feel like I'm just not destined to find it. And it really bothers me that Reddit keeps deleting things. I wish they would just leave it up. All of it was good. Yeah, my history from today, it's not there. I'm looking at all of the pages I visited today, and it's not there. I do have another window open. Let me take a look at that. Nope. It's not there. All right. Well, we are back to the end of the show. And, I just don't have the tech skills to find things on Reddit that were deleted today. Email the mods and ask them to repost it. I could try. I know one of them. Hold on. Let me see if I can. If I do find it, we'll do it in another stream. But I'm getting tired. I'm going to ask this one person what they know. What happened to the open letter to Jane today? It was so good. But it was a great letter. It was just basically saying, look, and then another person told their story. Another person told their story and said, I did this terrible thing in grade school and I wrote all over the bathroom that I loved this one kid, and then I denied that I did it. And I told the teacher that someone made me do it. And then she was asking me which kid, and walking me around the rooms, and each room I would go in, I would say, no, not that kid, and no, that kid's not in there. And when we finally got through all the rooms, I finally broke down and said, nobody made me do it, I did it. And it made you feel better. It makes you feel better. It makes you feel better when you come clean. So Jane, you gotta come clean. Jane/Laura, you gotta come clean. Just come clean. We already know. We know that this never happened. It's so funny. Half of you like the music, half of you hate it. But I'm leaving anyway. So the music is staying. And I will leave you with the night stream, chill stream exit song. Where is it? I'm looking for it. Yeah, everybody's deleting stuff in Reddit. You guys need to stop it. Stop being so afraid to leave up these wonderful posts, because some of them are great, Reddit. You're doing good work over there. Don't be ashamed of it. Don't be ashamed to say, we all make mistakes. I lied about this and here's how it went. That might get through to her. Who knows? Who knows? All right, guys, it's been a lot of fun. You take care and have a wonderful evening. Don't drown your kids. That's always important. And I'll see you on the flip-flop probably tomorrow. All right, good night. Oh my God, I forgot something. So one of you told me that the locals promo code doesn't work. And I went in and I changed it. There's a new promo code for 2 free months when you sign up for a full year. It's Tonsil Twins, all caps, all one word. Tonsil Twins will get you 2 free months for a year membership, because Squats was only giving 1. And I went in and tried to change it and edit it, but it wouldn't let me. So I made a new one. It's Tonsil Twins. So go into locals. If you want to sign up for a full year, you'll get 2 free months on me. Tonsil Twins, all caps, one word. And Maya is the promo code Maya for the monthly for 1 free month is not, it's not expired. So try to refresh or something because I just checked it. Okay, never mind. Okay, get back. Go away now.